This is LXPN TV, and I'm Colin O'Keefe. As we continue to cover Avvocating 2012 in advance of the conference, we bring on Tim Flynn, founder, owner, and lawyer with Clarkston Legal in Michigan, and author of The Law Blogger, which is actually carried by the local newspaper in the area. Tim, first off, what do you plan on speaking on at Avvocating?
Colin, good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time to interview me. What we're focusing on in my panel, and I just got off the phone with Matt Holman, the panel moderator, we're going to look at lawyers that are practicing in our communities but are also marketing fairly extensively through social media outlets. So that's going to be the main thrust of the panel.
It's going to be interesting to watch, and I believe we actually had somebody on already from that panel, but obviously it's interesting to hear people like yourself who aren't just advising lawyers on social media, but actually have used it in their practice. And how has social media personally impacted your law practice?
Well, one of the biggest things I can point to is that in the 3 or 4 years that I've developed my electronic profile and created the brand name Clarkston Legal, we've done the same thing with Waterford Legal. When you are conducting a hyperlocal search and you put words like lawyer and attorney in there, we are coming up on the first page. Lately, we've been coming up as #1, and it absolutely has translated into phone calls to the office, free consultations, and ultimately paying clients.
Yeah, it's amazing what it's done for business development. It's nice not to just see, you don't want to see just the things coming up on the first page, or you don't want to see just visits to a website. What you want to see is it obviously putting money in your pocket, and it sounds like that's definitely been the case for you and for many other lawyers. And then finally, what are you looking forward to most about advocating, whether it may be another speaker or a certain subject covered? What are you looking forward to?
Well, first of all, I've never been to Seattle, so it's nice to have the good people at AVO pay for me to come out there. I really appreciate that. And so I'm looking forward to spending some time around the conference center in the Seattle area. I understand you've been raised there and know it very well. Beyond that, though, as far as the conference itself, I'm really looking forward to networking with other professionals that are practicing and are also developing electronic profiles, and I'm hoping to get some of their sophisticated approaches and maybe learn a few new things. That's something that's really exciting to me.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how many different approaches there are to using the internet for business development and using social media for business development. And yeah, getting out to Seattle for the first time, of course, sometimes the weather cannot be the best, but when the weather's good, Seattle can be one of the most beautiful cities in the world. So we look forward to having everyone out there. Well, once again, that was Tim Flynn of Clarkston Legal. For more of LXPN's coverage of Advocating 2012, be sure to visit lxpn.lexblog.com. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks so much, Colin. I appreciate it.